everybody, it's Aubrey here with Hatsketeers Magical Adventures, and today I'm going to give you guys something that I normally don't do, and that's giving you guys some Disney World news that I've been hearing throughout Disney World, and they're reopening and everything. So I just want to go ahead and start off with the opening of Disney World, which is Disney Magic Kingdom, and what we're going to go ahead and talk about is their protocol and what their procedures are, what they expect, and everything. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the dates of the reopening of Disney World right now for Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. So starting on July 11th, Magic Kingdom and Disney Animal Kingdom will be open. July 11th. Mark your calendars. July 11th for Magic Kingdom Park and Disney's Animal Kingdom Park will be open. On July 15th, Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios will be open. So these are going to be in separate phases, and they will be reopened during separate phases at this time, because I'm sure that Disney, the head of Disney, wants to go ahead and try to give a little bit of time and leeway for all the staff to be trained and get ready. So that's why it's in different phases of the reopenings. Now, there's a lot of expectations from the Disney company that they would like us to follow, and that is the health and safety measures throughout the parks when they do reopen. I am scheduled to be going to Disney World on July 20th through the 24th. So there will be a lot of safety measures that I will myself be taking, and I want to make sure that I keep myself safe. So I'm going to make this a quick video as quickly as I possibly can, due to my camera not being able to take long shots footage. So I'm going to read everything that I can of what the protocol from Disney World would be and what they are expecting us to do throughout the park. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with what they had stated in their little task force meeting that they had, and I'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and read off some things that I have seen and looked at on the website of what Disney World wants us to do, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. So it says here, additionally, Disney Vacation Club properties and Walt Disney World and Disney Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground will begin to reopen to members and guests on June 22nd. So all the campgrounds and wilderness resorts and everything will be opening on June 22nd. They will reopen their campgrounds. And it says here, Disney Vacation Club properties in Vero Beach, Florida, and Hilton Head, South Carolina will open on June 15th. Disney Springs has already begun to reopen. So Disney Springs already opened on the 27th of this month, and of this month of May, they already reopened their doors at Disney Springs. Okay, so it also says, upon reopening theme parks, Disney Resort hotels, restaurants, and other offerings may be modified, limited in capacity, and subject to availability of closure. Learn more. Okay, so basically what we have to understand now that Disney Springs has reopened, there is limited capacity due to the reopen. So a lot of things have reopened, but they are limiting capacity. Once you do enter Disney Springs, they are giving you guys a health and safety check to make sure that you are not over the certain amount of temperature of the temperature that you cannot be over 101 or 101. Correct me if I'm wrong. 101 of a fever. So you just have to make sure that you are checking yourself to make sure you don't have a fever before entering Disney Springs, and we want to make sure that we keep a lot of distancing, social distancing from each other, 6 feet apart, and that's what they have actually at Disney Springs. That I noticed that they have these little taped measures stating 6 feet apart from each other, because so to where no one gets sick. Now, as far as the temperature head thermometer goes, some people might end up having the symptoms and the temperature does not read that you have a fever, but you can still carry the symptom. So it's very, very tricky on that error, and it is very, very strategic, I would say, and kind of off when the thermometers are reading. But Disney World has put in a different type of a plan where they are actually checking your temperature, and if it is a certain temperature, because it is going to be hot and humid in Florida, and if your temperature is over 101, they're going to take you to another cubicle, which is a tent, that will scan you again, and if your temperature reads high, you are not going to be able to enter the park. If your temperature reads low, you will be able to enter the park. So we have to be mindful and make sure that we do not carry a high fever or temperature, because like I said, even though you don't have a fever and you enter the park, we don't know if you are still carrying the COVID-19 virus, because yeah, there is a possibility that you might still have the COVID-19 over a 14-day quarantine isolation, and you go to Disney World and you might still carry it. And it doesn't have to show that you have a fever or anything, but that's where we come in. That's where all of us have to come in, to where Disney is being very strict about wearing certain masks and everything. And I'm going to go ahead and touch on that right now. And let's see here. It says, now, I'm going to go ahead and go over it says here that what they had stated, that Disney, we have taken enhanced health and safety measures, follow all posted instructions while visiting Walt Disney World Resort. An inherent risk of exposure to the COVID-19 exists in any public place where people are present. View important details. So it is very important, as you guys can see at the statement with Disney, they want to follow the measures, the health and safety measures of making sure that we are keeping ourselves safe, distance 6 feet apart, and so forth. Now it says here, reopening with a new park reservation system. There is going to be a new reservation system. Now, this is what is happening. They basically are saying that if you have a regular annual pass, I believe it's an annual pass. If you have an annual pass, and you guys know basically with the annual pass you can get in anytime you want to get in, that's not going to be the case anymore. We don't know how long this is going to take place, if it's going to take until all the way till the end of the year or what. But even if you have a annual pass, doesn't mean that you don't have to make a reservation. But but you do have to make a reservation according to the Disney company. And this is why they want you to make a reservation, to lower the capacity of park guests. So you have to make sure you have a reservation to enter the park. And this is going to be on a daily basis. Anytime you want to go, make sure you make a reservation, look on the calendar, see what's available. If it's sold out, it's sold out. You have to pick another date, but it doesn't matter if you have an annual pass, you still have to make a reservation anyway. You are not to get in. You cannot get in with your annual pass and you just show up to Disney and say, oh, here's my annual pass. Nope, they're not going to let you in. You have to make a reservation. If your reservation is not reserved on that day, you may not enter the park. You are not going to be able to enter the park, unfortunately, until all this is, past us. So unfortunately, that's what's going to be happening going forward. Disney is planning to do the reservation thing. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit on that regarding the reservation. Pending approval from the government agencies, Magic Kingdom Park and Disney Animal Kingdom Park will reopen, like I said, July 11th, with Epcot and Disney Hollywood Studios reopening on July 15th. The parks will reopen with some important updates to promote physical distancing, including park reservations. Initially, attendance will be managed through a new park reservation system. To enter the park, both park reservations and valid admissions for the same park on the same date is required. So as you guys can see, as I just read, you must be there on the date that you are there. If you arrive on the day that you're there and your ticket's not until tomorrow, they're going to let you know that you may not enter the park. Your ticket is for tomorrow, the next day. So you got to be very careful when you reserve your reservation that you are there on the day that you are there. If you're planning to go on a Sunday on the 15th or something like that, you must be there on Sunday the 15th, and that's how you can get into your get into the parks. But unfortunately, this is what they're going to be doing now. So, we don't know how long, but yeah, that's the reality, guys. Now, something about new ticket sales. Let's see what that's about. At this time, new ticket sales are temporarily paused. If you guys have a ticket reservation, it is now paused. Existing ticket holders and annual pass holders will be able to make reservations requests in phases before new tickets are sold. Additional details will be shared with the guests soon. New ticket sales will resume after that period of time. New Disney Resort hotel reservations. Now, this is going to be now the hotels. At this time, new reservations at Disneyland Resort hotels are temporarily paused as well. So unfortunately, you cannot make a reservation right now because they are now temporarily paused. Disney is saying that we can focus on guests with existing reservations. Disney Vacation Club members can still make new reservations. Reservations will resume after that period of time. So if you already made a reservation for Disney World and you're already set, you are okay to be able to enter the park. Like I said, I booked my vacation for July 20th through the 24th, which means I'm fine. I have not canceled any of my trips for Disney World, so I'm already reserved. I actually am with my travel agent, with Mickey Travels, and they already booked everything before this whole COVID-19 thing happened. I booked way in advance, a long time ago, for this summer trip for this year. But unfortunately, you cannot book anything right now. They are putting it all on pause. Okay, so moving right along. Upon reopening theme parks, Disney Resort hotels, restaurants, attractions, experiences, and other offerings may be modified and will limited in capacity and subject to limited availability or closure based on direction from health experts and government officials to promote physical distancing. So unfortunately, they will be limiting capacity. Once there is a limit of capacity, they will close the gates. I don't know how it'll work if one person leaves for the day and another person comes in. I don't know how that will work, but unfortunately, that's probably what the plan will be. They will end up closing their gates. And then also, we're going moving on with the next sentence. Additionally, attractions, experiences such as shows, parades, and fireworks, services, and amenities may have limited availability or may remain closed. So, fireworks and parades, which we all love to see. Of course, that all packs in crowds. They will be closed temporarily. They are not going to be closed for sure. Well, I can't say for sure. They're not going to be closed, forever. This is temporarily, you guys, until maybe the following next year in 2021, it might smooth out. But unfortunately, at this time right now, they are going to be canceling fireworks shows and parades due to large crowds. Okay, let's read on. It says here, we reserve the right to cancel any reservations, admissions, media, or purchases and provide applicable refunds. Please also see our policies regarding cancellations by guests. So they do have a policy where if you have to cancel anything has to be canceled and such forth, and you cancel your trip and everything, they do have policies that you can read on and everything like that. So you can go ahead and look up that in their policy section regarding the cancellations of anything that you have or any reservations. Okay, so we also want to go ahead and touch upon the COVID-19 warning from Disney. Now it says here, we have taken enhanced health and safety measures for you. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Sorry, I'm kind of stuttering a little bit. Now I'm going to read this a little bit more slowly. We have taken enhanced health and safety measures for you. Our other guests and cast members, you must follow all posted instructions while visiting Walt Disney World Resort. An inherent risk of exposure to the COVID-19 exists in any public place where people are present. COVID-19 is extremely contagious disease that can lead to severe illness and health. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, senior citizens and guests with underlying medical conditions are especially vulnerable. By visiting Walt Disney World, you voluntarily assume all risk related to exposure to the COVID-19. Help keep each other safe is what their last statement was. So basically, we have to understand as human beings, in my last video when I was explaining the news about other things that I had on topics in another video, that we have to make sure that we are more responsible, or that we were responsible, and we are taking the health and safety measures for other guests in the park, such as senior citizens and everything. And we have to make sure that we are, cautious ourselves. I'm so sorry. I'm looking down at my computer and looking at the Disney news and everything, so I can read it to you guys. But we have to make sure we're taking the measures, and it's so important to make sure that we look out for other people that are the guests that are in the park and respect the other guests by wearing your facial mask, like Disney wants you to. During your stay at the theme parks, they want you to wear your facial mask. It is very important to wear your facial mask in the park. When you're eating, you can remove the facial mask. When you're done eating, you have to put the facial mask back on. And it is so important that you guys do that, because our health is so important. Others are important too. So just remember that Disney World and all the theme parks have certain rules and things that we have to follow. Please make sure that you guys follow those rules. The cast members are working very, very hard to keep track of all that. They're going to ask you to please put back your mask, and you guys have to make sure that we follow what they're saying and follow the measures of what they want us to do. Throughout the theme park, at Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom, they are going to be having different stations of hand sanitation when you get off the ride and all throughout the park. They will have washing stations as well, hand washing stations as well throughout the entire park. Make sure that you guys are doing that. Make sure you guys are washing your hands 20 seconds throughout the park. Make sure you guys are using hand sanitizer throughout the park. It is very, it's going to be, I forgot to mention that it's going to be very uncomfortable wearing the facial mask due to the hot, humid weather in Orlando, Florida. And I get it. It's going to be hot, but when you do come out here to travel to Orlando, Florida, make sure you have multiple facial masks that suits your comfort, especially in the weather climate of Florida, because it does get humid, it does rain, and it does get very hot. So just make sure that you have facial masks that are very comfortable, that'll suit your that'll suit you. So just make sure that also you guys bring your own hand sanitizer, and bring stuff. Bring your own water, bring your own hand sanitizer, bring your own mask, because Disney will, all the Disney shops will provide the masks, but they're going to be quite expensive. They're not going to be cheap. They're going to be quite expensive, so I'm recommending you to bring your own mask. Or if you don't have a mask, you have to buy one, because they will have you wear one. It's a requirement at all 4 parks. You must wear a facial mask. You cannot argue with the cast members. You cannot argue with the team, because you will be removed from the park if you argue with them and tell them that you don't want to wear it. Now, exceptions are children, I believe, 3 and under or 2 and under? I forgot the age of the children that they don't have to wear a facial mask. I think it's 3 and under or 2 and under. I'm not sure. I think it's 2 and under that they do not have to wear a facial mask. But any children that are 3 and up, 3 and above, they have to wear a facial mask throughout the entire park. It's going to be very uncomfortable for the little ones, and they're not going to want to wear that all day. But unfortunately, they have to keep it on. And what else do I want to cover? I basically also want to go ahead and talk to you guys regarding the crowd level, which I said they're going to be limiting the crowd level at the theme parks, social distancing with all the attractions. Now, that's what I wanted to mention, the virtual queues. There will be a virtual queue for all the rides at all 4 parks. You have to make a virtual queue on your cell phone and pick the ones that you want to go on and book that queue. It's going to be like Rise of the Resistance, and that's going to be for all the rides now. Something different. And of course, you guys know what a pain that is to put yourself in the virtual queue and you have to wait and everything for a certain amount of time. But unfortunately, that's how they are going to be kind of limiting the capacity of all the virtual queue, all the rides and everything. So we just have to be mindful of that and making sure that we are making, scheduling that for those rides once you guys enter the park. So as soon as you guys enter the park, start doing your virtual queues for all the rides and attractions that you would like to go on. Like Seven Dwarf Mine Train is one of the biggest ones that is packed. Peter Pan is another one that's just packed. Help me out, y'all. Splash Mountain is the one. That's going to be really packed because it's going to be hot and everybody's going to be on Splash Mountain at Magic Kingdom. So just be, quick on to make sure that you guys are quick on getting on those virtual queues. All right, you guys. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope I was a little informational regarding the situation with Disney World and all the things to expect when you do travel out there to Disney World, and looking forward to your Disney World vacation. So if you guys have any questions and you want to leave me a comment, my name is Aubrey Wynn. I go by Aubrey. Normally my name is Hatsketeers Magical Adventures, but please leave me a comment down below and let me know if I left anything out, if you want to tell me anything regarding Disney World and what their expectations are, what else I missed, and things like that, if they have anything else. But please make sure you leave me a comment down below and let me know if you have anything you want to ask or you want to add, or if I missed anything regarding the theme parks at Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and and Epcot. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I hope this was informational for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel at Hatsketeers Magical Adventures, and also hit that bell notification for more videos to come. Alright, thank you so much. I will see you guys next time on Hatsketeers Magical Adventures. Bye-bye!